palmistry reading of a particular person whose age is 55 years old. We are reading his hand. We are first going to be reading the left, and then we would be reading the right hand. See, the thing is that normally it is said that we should take a look at the right hand for male and the left hand for females. But in my case, I try to give importance to both the hands to arrive at that conclusion. It's not only one hand that matters, both hands basically matter equally. The reason is we work with both our hands. So that is the reason why to some extent we use our left hand also, and mainly we use our right hand. But sometimes it could be just 50-50, 60-40, 70-30 ratio, how much importance we should give to our hands. Now this particular person basically mentioned something that he had some health related issues. Now those health related issues are related to the nerve part, the nervous system part, the sciatica, and the spinal area. Now the thing is, when we are looking at the spinal area, see, I'm giving you a whole reading, but this is related to his health, which he wanted to know. That is the reason why we will be first talking about those things in this particular video. So see, normally what happens is that in general, if a person, normally when the hand is very narrow kind, that's when there is likelihood of spine related issues. Imagine you're standing. This is basically your the top of the fingers is your head. This is the lower portion of the body. You are basically standing. Just imagine you're standing. Your hand. We try to correlate with that. So if it's something narrow, something is very narrow, then the center of gravity basically is likely to be not so good. So, like you're likely to fall because there's a small base. But imagine when the base is large, very broad kind. So this is a broad kind of a hand, and a broad kind of a hand would have a better center of gravity compared to a narrow kind of a hand. So that is the reason I would say that the chances of these people not having spine related issues increases. A narrow hand would have more possibilities. A wide hand would not have those kind of possibilities. But I would not say that those possibilities cannot arise in people who have a broad looking hand like his hand. So it is quite possible that even those possibilities can arise. One more thing that we need to look at is the nail. See, sometimes when the nail, I don't have the images right now. I would be taking the hand images at a later stage, but I'm just explaining so that you understand. If the nail is very narrow kind, very narrow, then again, and very long and narrow, then what happens is, you must have seen many people having those kind of nails. There again, the possibility arises for spine related issues or I wouldn't say nerve related issues. Nerve related issues we would come at a later stage. So I doubt, I'm not very certain he would be having those very long kind of nail, not broad line, very narrow kind of nails. He's not likely to have, because when we see the hand, we can basically make out what it might be. Now the thing is that where else we should look at these particular signs? This is what we have to look at. Now just notice something, that this is the line of head. It is broken, and another one basically emerges. Now when there is a break in the line of head, specifically under the area of Saturn, Saturn is a very slow moving planet. It is a planet of delays, depression, depressive tendencies. It has got good as well as bad qualities as well. The good qualities are wisdom. The good qualities are money management. So those are the good qualities. and being more wise and being more realistic, being more grounded. But having this break is considered to be a negative sign, and even the Saturn area to some extent is seen in terms of the bone structure that you have, the spinal structure or the bone structure. See, because this is the planet for stability, so spine basically brings that stability. So that spine gets affected. Okay, I would not say just because of this break there could be a possibility, but we're just thinking probably this could be the sign. See, in palmistry, we can just look at possibilities. We can't say everything with certainty because there are lots of possibilities. So we have to be more realistic while giving a reading. Now, this particular portion already is past because this is the line of money. This is the headline that I've already drawn. This intersection roughly is age 35. So this is before the age of 35. This is after the age of 35 on the headline. Okay, so although I would say this area is the past, but yet every line has an impact for throughout your life. We cannot say that because it's gone by past, it would not have effect in the present or the future. So those are the possibilities that are all open. But see, normally a break I would consider to be a negative sign. But to some extent, I would say this could be seen as a positive sign as well. See, every line can be seen from two perspectives, good as well as bad. Now, the thing is that break in itself is bad, but the new starting of the line is kind of more, this line is below and this is above. Imagine as just think of in such a situation. This is your head, this is the lower portion of your body, and this is the sky, and this is the earth and gravity. So the head is at a lower plane in the initial portion of your life before the age of 35. But suddenly what happens is that there's the headline gets uplifted. It is above, like it is more towards the sky. So the head is getting uplifted. Okay, so the head getting uplifted can be seen as a positive sign, and specifically when it is more pointing, it is becoming more nearer to the Jupiter mount. So this is the line of I'm just drawing a backward line. So it's more pointing towards the Jupiter mount, and Jupiter is the planet for administration, religion, politics, honor, respect and honor, and spirituality. So in a way, there could have been some events that may have taken place at that given moment of time where there would have been upliftment in the mind. Break is also there, the mental breakdown condition also arises, but the mental upliftment also arises at that given moment of time. Maybe not, it doesn't happen something like switch on and switch off. Like when you switch on the light, it doesn't happen like that, but it is a gradual process. It may have had maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years of those things that may have taken a place in your mind, because this is the line of mind. Mind line should not be seen as the line of intelligence. Mind line is just the line of your thought process, mental strength, mental weakness, mental inclinations that is depicted by the headline. It is not, and mental breakdown or mental troubles can be seen on the headline, but not the intelligence part. Intelligence is the area of Mercury. Mercury is the planet for communication, calculations, and the skill. Okay, so that we would be talking at a later stage. So in a way, maybe these sciatica or the nerve problem, all of these probably could be due to the Saturn, maybe the effect of the Saturn that may have compounded. Although it is at an earlier stage, but it can also have an impact maybe at a later stage. Now, we should also look at the other lines as well, if there are any signs that could be available. Now, when we take a look at your heart line, this is your line of heart. Heart line is the line for relationship, partnerships, your love life. Everything is basically depicted by these particular lines. Although when we talk about we have named the lines: headline, your thought process; heart line, your love life, relationship, your partnership, your sensitivity, your idealism, or maybe lack of all these things in your life. Now, we may have named it, but we should look at each lines in every aspect. We should look at from the health aspect as well, the financial aspect as well, and every other aspect in your life as well. Each line, each and every line. Now just notice something out here. A line should be very simple looking. A very simple looking line is the best possible line. So it's not a simple looking heart line. What it is having few flaws in it. The flaws are something related to, I'm just drawing over it. Let me just draw over it. See, the line starts, it breaks. There's a line that is running parallel to the main line. So these are the lines that it should be a one simple line instead of these multiple looking kind of lines. So these are basically, I would say, negative. This sometimes brings something like we don't know in our heart what we want. Sometimes it is sometimes stress and anxiety builds up because there's too much of idealism. The heart line is very long, reaching the amount of Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet for idealism, perfection. Like, I wouldn't say perfection, idealism. Idealism and perfection, they're two different things. So it is more to do with being more idealistic, more sensitive, and things basically may prick you much more compared to the other people. And these people are not after money, because long heart line makes a person like they want to be more near to the perfection, more near to the God, because this is the area for spirituality. But see, people who are very sensitive, they are likely to get hurt more easily. And these stress and anxieties may be playing out in your life. These stress and anxieties may be playing out on your nervous system as well. Although I wouldn't say that the heart line is the line for nerves, but because your heart is basically pumping, and if the heart is not pumping in the right way, palpitation and stress can build up, and which can have an impact on your health, your heart, as well as in nerve system as well. Just taking a look at the right hand, the right hand, left hand, both hands, generally there are lots of similarities. So it doesn't matter if we are reading the left hand or the right hand, the outcome is likely to be the same. Again, the lines are, these have island-like formations. Island basically means elongated period of emotional stress and anxiety, because normally it is said that the heart line starts from here, it ends out here. Again, the heart line is very, very long, and it is slightly dipping also downwards out here. Heart line dipping downwards basically means sometimes it could relate to something, relate to emotional disappointments, and sometimes it could also mean being affectionate to somebody who is not worth your affection, giving your time, effort, energy to people who are not worth it. The outline starts, it is not so clear, it has got island-like formation, kind of breaks, then there's again island under the finger of sun, relates to eye related issues or something related to the heart related issues. The heart line is also broken. Sometimes the person is emotionally broken, and these things. Now, whatever I may have said may not get applied 100%. The reason is because you may be in the right company of people, because you are near to God. You are with the ashrams and these people. So what happens is that it's not that there may not be bad people out there, but yet there would be lots of bad people, but you would also meet lots of good people as well. So that is the reason why, uh, because, and you're also constantly learning uh, about God. So what happens is the problems can decrease in spite of having a long line of heart. Okay, uh, so the good mix of good and bad is taking place at the same time, and to some extent, what happens is that you are able to control that negativity that may be showing up to some extent on your line of heart. You yourself are very, very clear, like very, very sensitive towards everybody, but the other people need not be sensitive the way you are. Okay. uh, Now we look at the line of money. So this is the line of money, this is the line of head, this is the line of heart that I've already drawn. So this intersection is age 35, this intersection is age 53. This is before the age of 35, this is 35 to the age of 53, and this is 53 and beyond. Now just notice that you don't have too much of lines above the age of 53. The absence of the line should not be seen as a negative sign at all. In When we talk about the money aspect, sometimes it could mean unlimited possibilities as well. So it's not that money line is necessary for money. Absence of the money line could also mean good possibilities as well. See, the reason is there's a reason to it why it is so. Uh, in the earlier portion also, the line is not so clear. In the between the age of 35 to the age of 53 also, by the age of 50 it vanishes away, and then there's no line as such, maybe one or two or three horizontal lines. See, horizontal may not be the best lines, but the good part is you do not have these. Many people have got crisscrossing lines, so you don't have those kind of lines out here. So that's very, very good, that I can point out. Now, the reason why I said is that even with no money line also the possibilities can be good is because imagine this is sun, and this is the Saturn revolving around the sun. Imagine this is the Saturn. So if there were many lines out here on the area of on the mount of Saturn, it would mean roadblocks in your life. But we don't see those kind of possibilities that are there. Uh, so if there were too many lines, then I would have said negative, but there are less lines, I would say positive. One more thing is that you may be an extremely bad money manager because your heartline is long. Heartline is long. See, heartline long, what happens is that you may not be able to command what you basically deserve. People may be taking advantage of you. Uh, People may be taking advantage of you. So you have to realize that not everybody is good and not everybody gives the worth that we deserve. So the sooner we realize that this world is materialistic world. So in a materialistic world, so we have to be realistic. And if we are trying to find perfection, you would not find perfection at all anywhere in the past, present, and the future. And in the relationships also, you would feel that disappointments are there. And the disappointment is not due to that the other people are wrong, but sometimes the disappointment is due to your own this thing because you're more idealistic person, so you have to become more realistic and grounded in your approach in your life. Towards the end, your headline is moving a little bit upwards, so I mentioned something related to this, the top portion as the head and the sky. So upward movement normally people don't have on their headline, and having an upward moving headline, sometimes it may have to do with writing, and sometimes it could just mean upliftment in the mind. When the the person is there's jubilation and success, and all those things are depicted by this later portion where the headline moves upward. This point is age 35 on the headline. Before the age of 35, few backward lines are there, so that would have uh, brought some anger and aggression within you, and sometimes fights also. Fights basically, it's something like this area is the area for fire, Mars area. Mars is a red planet. Red means anger, aggression, fire. So fire is entering your mind. Fire entering the mind basically is considered to be negative, because it would, like, kind of, what is going to happen is when anger is there, you are unable to take the right decision because of anger. Because when you're angry, you can't think in the right way. On the area of Mount of Mercury, see, these are few lines that are moving towards the Mount of Mercury. If they were much more deeper and clearer, I would have rated it to be much better. On the mount itself, this area also, it's okay. This area okay, but they are like sometimes excessive lines. The excessive lines may not be the best thing. So what happens is that when there are excessive lines, the mind is overworking. We are trying to sharpen our skills on too many things. We can't be a master in everything. So we need to bring ourselves to resting our mind. So if you are able to rest your mind, everything falls in place. Sometimes indigestion also happens due to excessive lines on pointing towards the area for Mercury. On the mount itself, there are not too many lines, but this area slightly, not too much, but slightly more lines. Your Mount of Venus appears to be reasonably well padded. Mount of Venus well padded brings desires. This is the area for love life. This is the area for beauty and grace. So all these things are there in your life. Very, very graceful, highly energetic, very warm, because Venus is a warm planet. Warm planet means there's more warmth within you. So these are the important points that I could point out in your hands. Hopefully you liked it. Thanks for watching this video. Bye and take care.